Welcome everybody to our broadcast for tonight at UTD Esports. We're going to be playing League of Legends. My name is Bones. Alongside me is...
I'm Max.
Max. Hi Max, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's my first time on broadcast. I'm a little bit scared, a little bit spooked. Lights are a little bit bright, but I'm excited.
All right, we got a banger of a series tonight. It's a best of 3. We're going to be playing against the Rams. They're a team based out of New York, and UTD is going to hopefully take the 2-0 against them. You know, we'll see what ends up happening. But as a quick overview for today's match, let's talk about the players, right? So, do you know anything about our league team?
Yeah, I've been watching a couple games. Jungler, crazy on the Lee Sin. I tuned in, and it was just an absolute stomp. I've been hearing rumors that there's a former pro player. EG's definitely the AD carry. He's back.
EG released definitely in March of 2021, and now he is back at UTD LoL to play for us. It's really, really cool because the great thing about having a professional player in, like, you know, a collegiate series is, you know, having a professional player in a collegiate series. Definitely will be playing for tonight for us over Potato Blaster, who is our other AD carry for the team. But what are we expecting the team to look like today?
I'm expecting an incredibly strong showing from our team. You know, looking at the other team, because our team's great.
Our team's great.
Looking at the other team, I'm seeing a lot of Yasuo top lane from the Farmingdale Rams top laner, which does not inspire a lot of confidence that we're going to be seeing some intelligent gameplay.
Okay, but to be fair, there is like a rank 1 player in EU West, shout out Zukil, for you know, being like a really cool player who does play Yasuo top. So, you know, this could actually be Zukil playing on, like, you know, 150 ping, just like absolutely run down our top laner. By the way, it's going to be Yoshiwi, our top laner. So the lineup for tonight is likely going to be Yoshiwi in the top lane, Yujung Hukuri Lee in the jungle. In the middle, we have Gressel Grindset. AD carry, as spoken before, UTD definitely, and in the support role, Bibero. Now, I don't have confirmation of this, but it does look like we might see Yujung Hukuri Lee and Bibero switch roles. They did last time they played on broadcast. Hukuri played Yuumi. Interesting champion choice. All good though.
Yeah, you know, as someone who plays a little bit of jungle myself, I sometimes support my off role. Sometimes, you know, you get slotted in and you're like, oh, well, I can't do that bad on Yuumi. And then you get caught switching homies. You press W, and then suddenly there's a Mordekaiser with R. He's like, what's the cat doing?
That actually hurts to play sometimes. Oh, okay. So you told me you're sometimes a Yuumi enthusiast, support off roll.
Am I a Yuumi enthusiast? I'm going to say this once. No.
No, not a Yuumi enthusiast? Come on, Yuumi's like the greatest champion ever. It's like a cat with a book. Have you ever seen a cooler concept?
No, but in Legends of Runeterra, they finally got Yuumi back together with Nora. If you've ever played Yuumi, there's a voice line or a couple voice lines where she talks about like trying to get back to her bookkeeper. Like, she and the book got lost, and now they're trying to get back to Nora.
Yeah.
And in Legends of Runeterra, they finally did it.
They did it, guys.
Now they can delete Yuumi.
Now they can delete Yuumi, and we're all excited for that day. So into the actual gameplay part of it, also, do you prefer going a nuke Yuumi, as they like calling it, or are you a support Yuumi, Moonstone Shurelius kind of guy?
No, I mean, you know, I'm not great at League, but I can tell you one thing. Ludens is a trap on Yuumi.
Ludens is a trap on
Ludens
Yuumi?
is a trap.
You know, our Yujung Hukuri Lee, when he played Yuumi, he built Ludens. Are you telling me that our team's jungler, 900 LP challenger, is wrong?
He's not playing optimally.
Flame from the Caster's Desk onto one of our main players. It's all good. Casters know more than players. This is like widely known, accepted fact. But we are going to be looking at today's game. Hopefully we're going to see it run out in a few minutes. The players are still getting in lobby, you know, getting ready, doing all the pre-game, you know, salty trash talking. Not sure if that's actually happening, but if it is, I will let you know. Really quickly, let's talk a little bit about the enemy team, right? So on the screen here, we see a few master tier players in the support in the top lane and the AD carry role, Diamond 1. Surprisingly, the team features a Platinum 1 mid lane, MV Froggy, and a Platinum 4 support. Oh, wait, who's their jungler? That is interesting. Who is their jungler? I don't see any jungle players on here. That's interesting. Who knows? Maybe it's a support role swapping into jungle for the games? That's interesting. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can tell very specifically who's going to be the jungler for the enemy team, but I am seeing quite a bit of champion diversity here, right? You see a little bit of the Poppy, a little bit of the Lux, a little bit of the Caitlyn. You know, maybe the enemy bot lane is looking to play a sort of dominant lane style with the Caitlyn, with the Lux, especially on this patch being Caitlyn as strong as it is. Speaking of the new patch did drop yesterday. Did you read the patch notes by any chance?
I read the patch notes.
Oh.
Or is this for 12.19 or 12.20?
12.19 dropped yesterday.
Ooh. No, I mean, I read them at one point, but now I've been reading the 12.20 stuff and like the preseason stuff, so I kind of forgot. You want to give me a little reminder?
Sure. Okay, so the two big changes that everybody's looking at on this patch. Well, so, okay, let's preface with the fact that this is the off-meta patch, right? This is like the patch before preseason where like nobody really cares about anything. Not that I care about League in general, but you know, it's all good. But the two big patches are the Syndra mini rework, or is it a mega rework or a mini rework?
No, it's a mini rework.
It's a mini rework? Okay, yeah, so the Syndra mini rework and obviously the Blitzcrank mini rework, which we're all excited for. Both being AP variants, of course. So Syndra went from having a 4-second Q cooldown early game to having 7 seconds. And at level 6, when you get like the shard breakpoint, you do indeed get 2 casts of it, rather than just 1. It reloads kind of like a Mumu Q, which is interesting. Riot's been doing that a lot with champions recently, don't you think?
Yeah, I think with Amumu Q especially, I mean, that brought that champ back from the grave. I mean, they overtuned him, and then he was destroying everybody in sight, and then they nerfed him into the ground, and then had to resurrect the poor mummy again just to cry some more. So you know, I like to play some Syndra here and there in norms, and so I think the Syndra rework hopefully makes her a little bit better. I think, you know, playing her and playing against her, a lot of the times it feels like Syndra's just waiting to 6 and then you get nuked. It looks like we're here in the draft.
Oh my god, we're already in draft. Okay, so really quickly, let's talk about this. Zillion Graves Yasuo ban. We saw the Yasuo top. We drafted against it. Hecarim, Misfortune, Volibear ban. So some bans hit to the jungle for the side of FFC. UTD is going to knock away some of the main picks. And then obviously for UTD, we see Caitlyn, Morgana, one of those very strong lane dominant champions. Maokai we see picked up. Is that going in the top lane of support? We're not entirely sure. It could be a flex pick for now. It looks like the top laner, is that the... Oh, that's a support. Okay, the support's been playing some Maokai. So it looks like it is going to be support Maokai. I feel like this Maokai kind of gets beat on early on in lane against this Caitlyn Morgana. So it looks like UTD is going to try to use that mechanical skill that definitely has amassed over his years of experience. Just kind of pick up that lead, pick up some tower plates, play for some dragons, give Azir some scaling, you know?
Yeah, the most terrifying thing I can possibly imagine is picking Aphelios into Caitlyn when the Caitlyn is deathly and you're getting outranged. You have a melee support. You know, sure, melee tank engaged support. It's great. It's nice. But in the Morgana Caitlyn, it seems like I'd be counting my days.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising that they did ban the Morgana considering they first picked an engaged support, but you know, it happens. It's all good. You know, sometimes we make mistakes. Renata ban coming out. These guys, so UGD thinks the Maokai could be flex top, which is why they banned Renata. They're a bit afraid of it, which signals to me they're going to try and bring some more auto attack based champions into the pool. We'll see how that ends up panning out. Diana ban and Gnar ban. Okay, that's targeted at Yoshiui, who plays a pretty mean Gnar. He played into a Fiora lane, and that's supposed to be like a losing matchup for Gnar, like widely considered. But he gapped the Fiora.
He gapped the Fiora.
Do you want to know why?
Why did he gap the Fiora?
Yoshiui had a skin. Fiora did not.
Ah, okay. Well, you mean Riot.
Yeah, he's like, come on. Riot just makes it unbalanced sometimes with the skins. Luluban does come out. Yeah, they really think this Maokai is going into the top lane. So maybe we see a range support here paired with the Aphelios?
Maybe, yeah. But, I mean, also, to be fair, Maokai has been seen a lot in jungle. I mean...
Oh, that's right.
Running through Worlds, I mean, it's like, pretty close to Aatrox levels of pick ban rate at Worlds, and even in Champs Queue, I mean, it's, you know, a little bit less fun of a champ. But,
Lee Sin picked up.
Taken away from
Yujun Kukuri Lee. Yeah, I think they saw, like, you know, 900 LP challenger, you know, Lee main. We don't want to give that to him.
Well, I mean, if anyone knows how to counter Lee, it's the Lee main. And I think he thinks it's maybe Vi. Maybe Vi. Maybe Jarvan.
Maybe Jarvan.
You know, I like to think of myself as a Vi enjoyer. I think the champ is absolutely broken, especially in low elo. So I really hope he picks it up. So maybe I can learn something. You know.
Okay. You know, this is you know, casters learn from their experiences, and you just outed yourself as a low elo player, by the way.
Ooh,
How's it
no,
feel?
I said it's good in low elo.
Ah, you said it's good in low elo. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
My bad. Maybe you just saw the UGG page. It's all good. Are we gonna see the Yoshiwi Ornn? This is one of the picks that he's been known to play and known to play pretty well. He won a Gwen matchup very
Oh, wow.
recently. Yeah, he had higher CS, higher kill participation, higher damage than a Gwen
Gapped.
in like a 25-minute game. It was pretty insane.
25 minutes.
25 minutes. Well,
Didn't
UTD's just like stomped. It's really fun. Ornn picking up. So that rounds out UTD's team comp. Obviously, a lot of the magic damage is going to be on the Azir. But it looks like they're going to play through their bot side, get a weak side the top laner, get some leads early on. Picking that Vi signifies to me that they're going to try and stack these dragons. Obviously, I love dragon stacking as a technique. So we'll see what ends up being the pick here for FSC. Are they going to pick a tank killer? Fiora! Wait a second. Wait, okay, so this is a skill matchup in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting here thinking, UTD is going to scale so much faster than FFC, or I mean, so much better than FFC. I mean, like Azir, Ornn, and Caitlyn are all just going to hyperscale. I mean, if you look at FSC, they have Victor and Aphelios. And I was thinking, they got to find a way to get in early. And Lee Sin's a good pick to getting in there early and trying to make some waves happen. Especially, I don't know, I started playing him again last patch.
Yeah.
He went from feeling very bad to somehow feeling very good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always been, that early game bruiser that you want. That level 3 power spike is crazy. He
Yeah.
has 6 abilities. And then Fiora also is pretty good mid game. So I think they're trying to get that mid game angle in. The only worry is Victor Aphelios isn't going to scale up until a little bit later. You're looking at the 3 or 4 item power spikes.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very, very, very interesting early game.
Yeah, I would think, so let's, in like a very hyper late game scenario where you say everybody has 6 items, who do you think wins a team fight?
Oh, it's UTD and it's not close.
Usually not close. Really? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
'cause
so
I
talk
think
to me.
In essence, I really do feel like Vi and Lee Sin offer the same thing in a team fight where they just go in and lock one dude down.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you cancel out that matchup, and then you have
Sure.
Aphelios versus Caitlyn. Caitlyn's going to outrange Aphelios unless he has the sniper.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the scaling is just there for UTD with Ornn items, the ornaments. And then Azir's scale is just monstrous. I mean, you're going to have 3 people from FFC go in and then just get Azir ulted either back out or into the back line, into the meat grinder.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you with a lot of this. Like, UGD has a very large rage advantage, especially in the late game, considering you have picks like the Caitlyn, Morgana, and the Azir. So, some of the scaling that comes up from FSC is Aphelios and Fiora, right? These are very well known to be like, hyperscale late game carries. But the issue is, in order for them to do the damage, they have to hit the target, right? And Aphelios and Fiora are one of these shorter range champions in their respective roles. Fiora obviously does have that really weird ability that allows her to, like, move past the entire screen in like every 2 seconds, but it's all good. I'm pretty sure that this matchup will be... It's very important that the Fiora does get ahead, because if she does not get ahead, there's very few winning lanes for FSC. Like, you could play through the Victor, but there's not a lot of winning lanes for the side of FSC, so they need to figure out a very early game. They need to figure out a plan to get one of their carries ahead early game and kind of just translate that lead. I think it's going to have to be either mid or top, just because of the way that bot lane is going to play out.
Yeah, I think I agree. Ganking Ornn is never super duper fun. Neither is Azir. So I think the FSC Lee Sin's got a lot on his plate. Also, something completely forgot to bring up. We thought they don't have a jungler. So are we seeing a support role swapping a jungle and picking up Lee Sin into a Lee Sin player?
Wow, that is some, if that is true, okay, I'm not saying it is, if it is true, that is some huge, some huge ego. I wouldn't say ego, okay. That is some
Confidence.
Very large amounts of confidence from the side of FSC's jungler. But, who knows, maybe they are also a Lee Sin main, maybe they also play this champion very well. Maybe they have a Smurf account where it's literally just Lee Sin, barcodes, nobody knows who they are.
Yeah.
You know the vibe. But it's really nice to see, like, some picks where they're gonna kind of test the skill of these players. Like, all of these lanes, they are quite skill matchups, right? With the slight exception of like the Victor Azir lane, I'm pretty sure all these matchups are very skill reliant, right? So we'll get to see which team really is the better team, right? Mechanically, macro wise, and I think that's a really good look for both teams if they manage to come out on top.
Yeah, and going back to the team fight scenario, hyper late game,
Yeah.
Even if Aphelios hyper scales, he has to figure out some way of getting those chakrams.
Sure.
And I just don't really see a way because, red-white don't fight. If he's spinning around with his red Q, he's like an open target for Caitlyn and Vi to just whack on, or even Azir, because, the range of that red ability, even though he gets that bonus movement speed, it's still a pretty low range ability, all things considered. So developing those chakrams is going to be pretty hard, and I think he's going to really have to play on his toes in this matchup. And I think that if there's anybody that's going to punish that, it's going to be a former pro player.
Indeed.
Or future pro
Or
player.
future pro player. Maybe we see the rise of Deathly and he joins C9. Takes Berserker out of a job.
Probably not Berserker.
Okay, come on. Okay, probably not Berserker. Probably not
Maybe
Berserker.
Stixxay.
Maybe Stix. Oh, okay, Flame. Is that Gold Guardians, right?
He was on Golden Guardians at some point.
Interesting.
I think so.
I think so.
Still on Golden Guardians.
Still on Golden Guardians. Yeah, but I'm very excited to see how this game does pan out. Obviously, we are still waiting on this 3-minute delay. Now, the really funny thing is it's not exactly 3 minutes because the teams have to, actually get into the game and draft. Because if you weren't aware, this is not like the League of Legends draft scene, right?
Yeah.
This is not what the draft looks like. They're doing it on a third party so that we can view it to our pleasure. And it looks very aesthetic.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's a nice setup. I mean, unfortunately, we don't get player cams of these dudes in their dark bedrooms, but this is gonna have to be a good substitute.
I mean, they are League players.
They are
League players. They are League players. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this game's gonna pan out. I think it's just gonna be very hard for FSC in this game, especially with this Morgana pick. Like, a lot of your lockdown is like single target, right? You have the Maokai W. You have the Maokai ultimate. There's that, right? But obviously, the Victor, the Lee Sin kick, which is one of the main engages in the mid to late game, is like you can cancel it out with the Morgana, right? You can spell shield it. It works out pretty well, and then the target just walks out alive. So I'm if they're planning on hyper carrying this Caitlyn or the Azir, I think there is a very realistic scenario where Caitlyn builds rapid fire, and you can just never touch this champion.
Yeah, and I think also I hadn't even considered that. Morga's just going to black shield whoever the Lee Sin Q lands on, and then he's just going to wait there depressed, get Lee Syndrome, be sitting there
Lee
thinking,
Syndrome. I haven't heard that in a while. Oh my god.
He's going to be considering whether or not he should throw the game away in one quick Q press.
All right. It does look like, oh, okay, so we're still waiting on the game. I thought that the little transition was like, oh, we're getting into game. Yeah. Apparently not. You're stuck here with us for a little bit longer, but that's okay, because Mahcks here. Excellent caster. I'm having such a great time.
Having a good time.
Yeah, so, okay, really quickly, before the game does commence, right, we obviously have highlighted Deathly as one of the players to watch on the side of UTD Esports, but coming onto the side of the Rams, I think it's very important that we look out for this top laner. He is one of their highest rated, if not the highest rated player on their team, so we'll see what the Fiora can do into this Ornn matchup. It is Fiora favored, especially when the players are of equal skill and of equal mastery on their champions. But we'll see if Yoshii's trusty Ornn can take on this Fiora, bring home one win for the boys, as he has very consistently done in the past. I'm excited to see this game.
Yeah, and I also think it's important to note, I pulled up the OLP.GG on their top laner, did a little bit of scouting. This guy has 200 games played on Fiora this season.
Wow.
51 win percentage, which is, considering it's 200 games, pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially if he's going to be playing at that Masters Elo, which, I'm pretty used to, but I can see how others really aren't. But
yeah, of course, high elo max, he's like rank 3 right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
rank 3 or rank 4? Which one was it?
Oh, I don't like to keep track. I think that's, you get to a level where rank is sort of just like, I'm going to be where I'm going to be, but I know I'm going to be at the top.
Wise words. Truer words have never been spoken on this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so he does play Fiora.
Yeah, he's gonna know that matchup at least pretty well.
And considering he did pick it into the Ornn, I'm expecting some good play. Now, there is a very interesting conversation that can be had here, right? Do we think so what keystone do you think Fiora is going? Do you think it's going to be the Grass, the PTA, the Conquer? What do you think?
I think Ornn has a lot of poke here. Personally, I think the Grass build is probably just a little bit better here. Okay. Just because she kind of wants to proc that Vital and run away, and I think that's pretty good. The extended trade with Ornn, I think at some point becomes a little tough for her.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that, but you know, I think that if maybe Conquer is the rune if she thinks that she's gonna fight that long, but
Yeah.
I'd probably say Grasp. I mean, there's a very definite possibility this game doesn't go great for them early game based off draft alone.
Yeah.
And having Grasp and being able to split push and sort of be a little bit tankier might benefit the Fiora a little bit here.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. And then there's another conversation to be had, right? What mythic is Fiora going to choose? Because obviously you have the trusty Sheen item, you have the Divine Sunder, which is obviously the go-to pick against tanks. I would know, I'm a silent player, I hate that item. The Baus FFS has an emote in his chat, which is basically like, you know, it's like a troll face over a Divine Sunder icon. I hate that item. But it's all good. It's all good. We will check in on what mythic the Fiora does go. In the meantime, I think we're just about ready to jump into the game. All right, you were right. It is Grasp on the Fiora. Conquer on Lee Sin. We'll go ahead and see how that pans out. Doesn't look like there's anything crazy going on level 1. I'm not expecting huge amounts of action. There's not like very aggressive champions early game on either side of the draft. Keynote, Aphelios has gone Ghost. And he's gone Lethal Tempo. So he is expecting to run all the way into these team fights, which is very interesting to consider. He picks up the Longsword 3 Pots strat, which used to be really broken before Pots got nerfed, and now it is still good into the poke lane that is Morgana Caitlyn. I understand why he did it. Morgana going for the Glacial, what's it called?
Glacial Augment?
Glacial Augment. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Fiora hits us with the good luck, have fun.
Yeah, I always say that when I think I'm going to dumpster the lane just so I look like a really nice guy.
Oh my god. High elo, rank 4 or 3. We're not sure. Max
It's
telling
high.
us the strats. Random Q over the wall definitely does manage to pick up 2 people. He gets a little bit of
That's that
poke over.
experience. You can't teach that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's insane. Oh, and he's in the brush. He's like
that's
doing damage. That's 2 Qs that he manages to find.
Yeah, I'm shift entering, typing that's 2.
Wait, shift? Wait, is it shift? Or is it... Am I
I
trolling?
might have rebounded. It might be control enter, but you know, say
Same
that's
thing.
2 in all chat.
2 in all chat. Both junglers starting with their top laners are going to be pathing towards bot. Obviously, we do want to see UT Dallas pathing towards his bot lane. Caitlyn is their strongest lane at the moment. U-Jung currently going to do the 2 camp clear, which is very cool that junglers can do that personally. I like how that happens.
Yeah, and I think that we just saw Aphelios do a little red Q onto the blue buff to try to get some health back. I mean, this dude is under half HP. You know, we pointed out that this matchup's not so fun. This dude does not look like he's having any fun at all.
It's all good. I don't think it'll matter too much, but we'll see how it ends up going on. So far, the lanes are pretty stable. Jungler is pathing bot. Key thing to note, Terrence 1, which is their jungler. Okay, so Terrence 1 is their jungler. He is not on the OPGG, so this is like a completely new account. We're not very certain who he is or what rank he is. We're not sure. But he is in bot lane. Some trading going on in top lane. Yoshui taking some damage. The parry comes out from Fiora to kind of protect it. Not really. But so far, everything's going pretty well, all things considered. Aphelios has 4 CS. 5
now.
Whoops.
Yeah, and then one of them also came from Maokai.
So 4 CS.
Yeah. And if you look at the pathing from the Vi, Fury, he did the 3 camp clear at top side, but then he went straight to red buff. And, you know, he's definitely a better jungler than me, but I'm not entirely sure. What do you think the point is to taking the wolves there? I mean, you can get like level 3 off of just the 3 camp clear, you know, blue gromp red.
I think he realizes that there's probably not going to be a lot of action going on. It's very hard to gank this lane, especially with how low Aphelios is. So probably he thought, I have time to take this camp, and then I also have Prio in bot side to get the scuttle. So he's going to pick that up, and then he's going to say, okay, this bot lane is ungankable either way. You know, Maokai is just going to W me. It's not going to be a fun time. Mr. My Bad, I'm Sorry, aka definitely is going to pick up the CS lead. Not a big CS lead, actually. Credit to Hot and... credit to the 80 carry on the side of Farmingdale Rams. Very good credit to him for picking up all of the CS. He did go cookies. LS hates him. Root onto Maokai. Q manages to land. And yeah, everything's kind of just stable for now. Gressel Grinds are going to pick up some CS in the mid lane. He has used both of his pots, and Victor does have the cookies. So a little bit of an invade, kind of just checking out where the jungler is. Maokai's going to spot them out with the sapling. So far, yeah, everything's going pretty well. Oh, Victor's used 1 cookie in the mid lane, which is pretty big, you know.
Yeah, and you can see that UTD is already trying to set up this deep vision line. We have, first drag coming up in 40 seconds, and we see that it's mountain drag, meaning we're not getting a mountain soul, which I think is good news if you're Farmingdale, but not great news. But it's at least nice to know that you're not going to be going into when you're diving that Caitlyn, you're ghosting, you're exhausting her. She doesn't actually have like an extra 250 HP just lying around for fun.
Yeah, and especially considering that Mountain Dragon, just like the dragon itself, provides so much stats. Just like the amount, it's like 9% extra armor and magic resist. Like that's a huge amount, especially considering you have Ornn on the team. Can you imagine how tanky this Ornn's going to be?
Yeah, he's going to be 9% more tanky.
9% more tanky. Wait, these are numbers coming out from Mahcks on the broadcast. Wait, I was supposed to be the color caster. I think I should just give that position up. All good. Yujang and Curry Lee is going to roam into the top side. I don't know if he was spot on vision. There's no pings coming out. Yushui just trading. He's going to knock them up. Demins is going to be baited into this fight. He stuns up Yushui. Yushui needs to run away. He's fighting the minion wave.
Yeah, but what an unbelievable wave from Hakiri. I mean, he gets, Demins gets caught in that minion wave and then decides, he's probably going to take 300 extra damage for no reason, so he backs off. But he's still there. I think he's just better at vision. Yeah, I don't think the top thing, I don't think VR knows. And there's, okay, the flash, the first blood for Ornn. Okay, there we go. That 400 gold on Ornn into the counter matchup. Not so great for Fiora here. Probably not too happy.
No, probably not happy at all. Is going to pick up that Sheen on the first base, which means she is going to go for this either Divine Sunder or the Trinity Force, likely Divine Sunder. Hate that item. If it shows up on broadcast, I will scream. No, I won't. Fiora's going to TP back. What?
Fiora picked up Cole.
Cole, interesting. Okay, so Fiora is not playing for lane. She decides that, okay, I have no summoners. I died. Yoshiwi is going to pick up the teleport. He's going to have teleport advantage. I don't think he's going to be TPing into this lane.
No, he doesn't need to. I mean, the lane's not in a great spot. He can get back there and it'll push into him over time. Kind of once that teleport up, maybe something doesn't go right and he dies next fight. He kind of wants to be able to get back. But I think one thing we a little bit missed is that somehow, some way, our faithful Grussel grind set managed to get out traded really hard in lane by Victor, and he had to back off and burn that TP because he was like under half HP, and I'm pretty sure Victor was full HP.
That's not good. Bot lane from Farmingdale Rams has rotated up to try and contest Scuttle, but the jungler was not there in time. I'm pretty sure Yujang Creeley is going to pick that up. And Stubble comes out from Ornn. They're just going to farm under tower. There's like a 11 CS, 12 CS. I can count.
Yeah.
12 CS lead in the bot side, which is really nice for UT Dallas. You kind of want that lead to expand a little bit, get some tower plating. They've already picked up one. Devins uses the parry in this matchup. That's really big for Yushui if he wants to go for the solo kill, but I don't think he will try for it. It's not level 7 yet.
And, the drag is up, but Farmingdale Rams has scuttle control, so I'm sure if Avi's about to find that and got knocked. Oh, she's just starting it, but we also have a fight in the top lane. Big damage out from the Ornn to start the fight. Fiora procs the vitals, pops the R, trading him down. This is the counter matchup that Fiora wanted. She was feeling herself there, She procced the vital and was like, all right, I'm all inning. And no sum burned or I guess Ornn burned flash on the last fight, but he's probably gonna back and TP up. And Terrence is here looking to pick up some scraps, but instead is just gonna go for that Gromp instead.
Yeah, he's going to pick up the Gromp and the blue buff, so Yujang Curly is going to trade Dragon for quite a few of his camps, actually, which feels pretty bad for him as a jungler, especially considering that Lee Sin's entire bot side is up. He's going to have a pretty big lead in this matchup in terms of just, farming tempo. And what we need to see is him convert this lead, right? He needs to pick up this farm, he needs to get much stronger, and he needs to convert it into meaningful map pressure, because otherwise, like, what's the point of getting this blue buff, right?
Yeah, he's going to have to try to find something. Oh, it looks like the something might find him.
Ooh.
Yujang Lee is going to find that absolutely none of his camps are up. And here we see the 3v2. Fiora's nowhere to be seen. Russell Grindset goes in. Azir ults them out. And we're going to see the flash out from Lee Sin. The Victor's falling super low. Gets finally knocked down by Vi. And then Terrence is just going to try to escape. He actually does manage to get out. I think that Azir got a little bit spooked. Got a little bit scared. He's very low. So he just doesn't want to risk just getting flash eat or flash Q, E, execute anything, all 6 of Lee Sin's abilities. But it looks like UTD is going to then transition this to picking up Herald very nicely. And a lot of that pressure that Terrence won, Lee Sin had over UTD has kind of now been snapped away. I mean, his team died, and they got Herald, and so now, you know, it's kind of on UTD to make the play, and bot side's winning. So.
Yeah, there is this freeze in the bot side which I'm slightly worried about. They see the jungler in the bot side, so they're not going to extend very far forward. But Morgana moving up to help Azir crash out the wave is really nice. MV for Rory, he does die off that death. He doesn't lose a huge amount because he does have TP. He's going to be able to pick up that huge wave. The wave is frozen here. Maokai goes in. Oh, Black Shield. Really funny ability. Really funny ability. Maokai ult comes out. I'm pretty sure that's defensive. The jungler is here.
Oh, okay.
The knockback heal comes out. Exhaust onto the Caitlyn.
And I think, yeah, Caitlyn's just dead. Yeah, that was a pretty good setup. I mean, I think that Farmingdale saw that Black Shield was down. And we're like, all right, let's just pop every ability we have. You know, they burn the exhaust, they burn the ghost, and it works out. I mean, they get that Aphelios ult. I think it was the rooting one, the purple gun. So they just got in there. And
Pretty sure it's called Gravitum.
Oh yeah, Gravitum. Yes.
Yeah, I learned all the Aphelios' abilities because I was just like bored one night at 2 a.m. I was like, what is this Aphelios champion?
Had to whip out the book. Had to whip out the dictionary.
Had to whip out the dictionary. Leaguepedia, I'm pretty sure. Whatever. We're gonna look at the gold here really quickly. There is not a significant goal lead in the ball lane, which is slightly concerning for UT Dallas, especially considering that. Oh, fight in the top lane?
Fight in the top lane. The Ornn is popped, and it just scares Fiora off. He burns the W not in the direction of the tower. Oh, he gets kicked, but there's fights everywhere. We're getting flinged back and forth, and the Vi goes in. Oh my gosh, just stun locks this guy. He doesn't know what to do, and then he picks up the two for Vi.
Huge goal lead is starting to amass for Yu Jung Korea Lee. He's going to pop the Herald. He's going to get even more gold. Really cool feature. If you saw Vi's kill onto Victor earlier, she got 301 gold. Do you want to know why that is?
Ooh, 301. Let me look at the runes. 301.
I promise you, it's not from the runes. It's that secret passive of Vi's when she's going against Victor. She gets 1 extra gold.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Arcane.
Oh, cool. Well, we'll have to track how that 1 gold affects the game.
Yeah, that 1 gold could really turn the tides here. Get that map out 1 second earlier. That 1 second could be crucial to this team fight. But Vi is now sitting on a Divine Sunder and Tabi. She is a tanky lad. Or, not lad, sorry. Tanky character in League of Legends. Caster, by the way.
Yeah, and if we want to look at the CS, there's a little bit of a CS gap forming in the top lane. This Fiora bought Cole confidently. And then farmed impeccably.
Impeccable. Oh, and yeah, she's pretty much got a lot of it knocked out of the way. Really nice. UT Dallas does have a 2k goal lead and Dragon, which will be coming up in a few minutes. Actually, 1 minute, not a few minutes, sorry. Caitlyn's rotated up to the top lane, which means, is UTD going to give this Dragon?
Well,
in exchange for plates.
UTD doesn't have that vision line that they tried to set up earlier where they go deep, and I mean, they rotated their bot top side. So it looks like they're probably going to be playing for maybe second Herald, or maybe they're just trying to get as many plates as possible on Caitlyn, because, you know, they already got the whole dang tower in the bot lane. So they're just trying to hyperscale their super carry superstar.
Hey, I'd like to point out, this is not our first strike support. Oh! Stun comes out from the Fiora, launches onto the Vi. There's huge amounts of damage. The Vi ultimate comes out, not going to do too much damage. Hemel is taken really low. Terrence once saves Hemel. Now the Fiora ult is going to heal them all to full. Hukuri Lee is here. Yoshiwi goes over the wall. He's going to try and knock up. He knocks up the Fiora. She's almost dead. She is dead. Yoshiwi picks up that kill. Bozen is going to walk away. Terrence 1 going to walk away. 1-for-1 trade. Pretty good.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade. The Cloud Dragon's up. They get the whole top turret. It looks like you know, it looked pretty bad when we saw Morgana fall, but at some point I think it got really good where, you know, UTD's ahead. They're up 2,500 gold at 13 minutes. Oh, we have a fight going on in bot lane. Victor gets a little bit overextended, pops the ult. Azir just pumping damage into him. Oh, 1 auto, and he gets him. Is he going to die in return? No, he's not. He's all good. So that's a good trade kill from, there's a good bot kill there. And we see Lee Sin rotating down, going to run into Morgana in the tri-bush. Did the drag get taken? Is the
Dragon is still up. Oh, Terrence 1 misses the Q. He's just going to take some damage from Grelso Grindset. Kind of like ego on him a little bit. Terrence 1's really low. Is Grelso going to look for the kill? Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. The Shurima shuffle. The flash. The Lee Sin. Is Morgana here to do anything? I think she got a little bit caught up in the pathing. The sauce of the pathing, you know, League is unpredictable. It likes to take you around and do some hoop-de-hoops, especially in that tri-bush. For some reason, I can never path right when I'm ganking. But, you know, we see the top laner Yoshiwi trying to push in this mid wave, maybe get some prio towards the drag, as we can see Hemel is just setting up a great vision line.
You know, I'd like to point out Hemel is actually UTD's head coach. He's not actually one of our starting players. He is our support, or not our support. He is our sub, which means that Bibero will not be playing this game. It's going to be Hemel. Huge fan of Hemel if you've ever met him. Very cool guy. Caitlyn L comes out. MV Froggy takes some damage. Some damage.
Now he's just going to be taking that blue buff in vision. So, you know, I guess maybe UTD can assume that Lee Sin might not be bot side because he's not getting that leash there. So you can see UTD's rotating towards that drag, and we see some danger pings coming out from red side as they know that that drag is probably gone, and that's a 2-dragon advantage coming up for UTD. You know, the team that we said, you know, I guess Farmingdale kind of needs an early game lead, and we're kind of seeing a 3.2k gold deficit and a 2 drag deficit and a herald deficit. Not looking great.
Not looking great indeed. We're going to see the Hexi Soul come out. This is one of the better scaling dragons in the game. Huge amounts of damage, huge amounts of ability haste. It's widely considered one of the best souls you can get, especially with the utility that the slow comes out. With Static Shiv is a very cool item. I miss it. I really want it back. It's all good though. We'll go ahead and take a look at the gold here in a second just to show where all the gold is on the map. Yoshiwi's got like a 400 gold lead, but the main differential that we're going to see is in the bottom lane, definitely picking up a 2,000 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
That's a lot of cheddar. He's going to pick up all those plates in the top lane, going to get all of this prio. The 80 carry for Farmingdale Ram's taken really low, so I mean...
Oh my gosh, it's Vi time, baby. Vi goes in, knocks him up, hits the ult, and gets out just in time, avoiding the Mahcks. And in the top lane, we have Ornn 1v1ing the Fiora, and it's looking good. I'm seeing a lot of UTD Ws around the map.
Holy...
Oh my gosh, a good flash comes out, but he's got the third... Oh, and she goes down. Vi goes down. I guess that's the Hail of Blades difference right there. Doesn't have enough time to get that last auto off to really send that guy back to the gray screen. And we see, you know, UTD gets a couple wins across the map there. I'm not even sure if Fiora died or not. It looks like Fiora might have... Yeah, no, Fiora did not die.
Fiora did not die, which is unfortunate for Yoshiwi. Oh, Yoshiwi, please get a still kill on this Fiora. I want to talk about you more in the broadcast, but that's all good. Okay, so looking at the game state right now, it's very UTD favored. We did say that UTD would have an easier time getting this early goal lead, especially with the Caitlyn lane, especially with... you know, all things considered, they would have an easier time. So this is expected out of them, but now it's on them to convert this, right? You have another 10 minutes, potentially, until you can pick up this Dragon Soul. Rift Herald is going to be starting up by Farmingdale Rams. But so far, all of the gold is on this Lee Sin, which is not where you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we were saying that maybe that Lee Sin was not in our pre-game scouting report, and I think we're right. I think we would have noticed a guy who's pretty dang good at Lee Sin. Yeah, but... you know, UTD just forces them off the drag. I mean, they're trying to sneak it with just Lee Sin and Mahcks, and, you know, Yoshiwi pulls up, and, you know, he's got barrel chested, you know, shows his brawn and scares the Lee Sin off the Herald.
Oh my
and here
God.
we see the Vi combo onto the Fiora. Not doing a whole lot of damage. She manages to parry quite a lot, but it's a 3v2. The Morgana comes in. Ult's going to try to lock down Lee Sin. But the Fiora's the one getting locked down as Yoshiwi trying to finish it off, but can't just get that last brittle proc on. So they're going to back up. Absolutely nothing happens, but a whole lot happened on my screen.
Whole lot happened on everybody's screen. UTD is looking for blood here. They want to extend this lead. They want to close this game out in time for dinner. They want to get home. They want to eat that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. MV Froggy looking a little weak in the side lane versus Grosso Grinds, rising to the mid laner. Yoshiwi still deathless. He is the only member of UT Dallas deathless. So this is basically what I'm seeing, an eagle battle between Terrence 1 on the Lee Sin and Yoshiwi on the Ornn. Who will remain undeathed? Is that the right word?
No.
No, okay. Who will remain non-inting? Non-inting.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what the words that
who is going to not get reported at the end lock screen for either of these teams?
I'll tell you who is going to get reported, and that's probably going to be Victor.
Oh,
you know, he's farming really well. I'll give him that. But he has Dark Seal.
I mean,
he's 0-3-0. That's something that I would do.
well, as the rank 3 player in North America, of course you would go that.
Yeah, the game's never over. Okay, we see that Fiora's gonna pop the ult on Ornn, and I'm wondering if we're getting to a point where, you know, this matchup. Well, it looks like we want the extended trade, and Fiora does have the grasp, but
Lee Sin Q misses. Yoshiwi's going to run away. The ultimate from Fiora has been used. Ornn comes out. He's going to use it. He's going to use it on the Fiora. The parry's not there!
No
Yoshiwi's on a killing spree on this Giga Chat Ornn. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Reft Herald is popping mid lane. There's only one person defending it. They're all going for the Ornn. But what is going on with your base? Yujung and Kurili is going to go over the wall. My Froggy flashes to get the Hemo. That is not the target you want. The Darksteel stack is lost as soon as it is taken. Yujung and Kurili goes extremely low. Mid tower falls. Lee Sin picks up the Ornn, so he wins the Eagle battle, but he's going to lose the war. There's a mid lane inhibitor being taken down. Grosso Grindstone is going to take down the turret on the bot side. They're going to get the bot side inhibitor as well. Baron is up in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and Bones, there's only one thing I want this game, and it looks like I'm not going to get it, but I really wanted it. I really wanted Shelly dancing on the Exploded Nexus. I'm a little bit sad we're not going to get it. But, you know.
Oh, definitely
gets caught out, you know. That's a little bit not so good. But if we look at topside, so did Yoshiwi. I think we answered our question of who's going to go deathless, and it's unfortunately not Yoshiwi.
Unfortunately not Yoshiwi. Fiora gets a shutdown. Wait, this Fiora is fed. This Fiora just got huge amounts of gold. If we could look at the gold chart really quickly, yeah, she is over. She has a 500 gold lead on Ornn, who had a 1k gold lead on her earlier. So Fiora's kind of catching up with the dragon taken by Farmingdale Grams. This is looking actually really, really good for them.
Well, yeah, you know, I think that it's also possible we're in a situation like we are in many solo queue games where one team is just pummeling the other and then they get a little bit too cocky. You know, they overextend a little bit and then suddenly it's looking just a little bit closer and a little bit scarier. But we can see that, you know, UTD is still a little firmly in control. They still have that 4.6k gold lead. They're trying to set up good vision, you know, reset, make sure the comms aren't too loud, you know, too rambunctious, you know, reel in the children. I'm sure that's what head coach Hemmel is doing.
Wait a second, you said rambunctious. That is SAT vocabulary here. Oh my god, he should be the color caster. Wait, Yoshibi goes in, the Ornhorn comes out, and Froggy's just dead. He stuns Terrence 2 times, airborne, he can't move. That is really cool how that champion can put out that much CC. Yujung Hakurili's here.
He just gets instantly kicked back. You know, they do not want to fight this. Maokai is going to get taken as the casualty, and so is the Lee Sin.
American Sniper.
You know what that is? You know, R. He pressed R.
You pressed R.
Teach that. You can't teach that. You
can't teach it.
You know, definitely is just on another level. You know, he was able to locate the key on his keyboard. And we see the Vi trying to, you know, really punish this Aphelios for thinking he
Please
can
don't go in.
exist.
Please don't go in. Please don't go
There
in.
ain't no
Okay.
way.
All right. Wait, are they going to end the game? Wait, there is a super minion here in the base. Are they going to try to end the game? There's like death timers on pretty much 2 members of the team.
Yeah,
Lee Sin has all the gold.
Yeah, the Azir wave clear is kind of crazy, though. And I mean, with you know, if they can hurry it up, actually, it looks like this might be endable. This might be end of the game. But the Fiora ult comes out. And
Holy Fiora.
Okay, the Fiora just flexed on us. It's a skill matchup, and Fiora's here to play.
Oh my god, Caitlyn finds a shutdown onto the Fiora, but it's not enough. It is a 3-for-1. Ladies and gentlemen, Farmingdale Rams find signs of life. They're going to bring themselves back into the game. They are here to play. They are not going down anytime soon.
Do you smell that?
I don't smell that.
Smells like we got a game on our hands.
All right, here we go, Max. Okay, so let's look at the game state here, right? We have 2 dragons inside of UT Dallas and 1 on Farmingdale Rams. Terrence 1's going to start at the dragon with the AD carry from Farmingdale Rams. They're going to be able to get this. The jungler is on a death timer. And it looks like... Okay, so let's look at the gold here. Fiora is still only 700...
It's Hex Gates. I think it's very important to note, it's Hex Gates. They can get
double
back
TP
really
comes
fast.
out. Oh my god, Yoshiwi and Grosso Grindstone are here. Yujung and Kurili is going onto the Baron. They're going to flip this. Hemo goes in. He gets the chain onto everyone. Ornhorn finds AD carry. Double kill for Yoshiwi. Wholesome top laner. Very wholesome.
And it's not a game anymore. UTD just comes in, wipes the floor with them. That double TP, they didn't even need to wait for Vi. They didn't need Vi. Vi could have just chilled in base, you know, enjoyed the fruits of their labors. You know, you set up your laners, you watch them do it. That's why I play jungle. I'm not good. I just set up my team and then watch them do things.
You know, wise words. Honestly, wise words. I would never have considered that. And now they have Baron, and really importantly, they have super minions. Grosso grinds this really low, so he's not going to be able to TP, but MV Frog is here to clear the wave. Are they going to look for something? No, they're just going to reset. And then on this next super wave, they're going to start pushing into the base. Now, something questionable here, right? Ornn has Frostfire, okay? So think about this. Ornn is one of those champions that that has a lot of HP. So obviously Frostfire is, Sunfire is going to do more damage. But he found a triple kill with this item. I wonder, is Ornn balanced?
Well, I think we can take a look at the PBE patch notes, and I think that the thing is, tank items are broken.
Oh yeah,
they've always been broken. You know, the first time I saw Sunfire Diana, I like almost lost it. You know, Sunfire Master Yi is an atrocity to humankind, like we've never seen before. So, you know, I'm glad they're getting demoted back down to regular item tier. No more mythics for them. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to look at the damage that guy put out that fight and say anything other than that's a beast. That's a monster.
That is a monster. Level 14 means he's going to start handing out these upgrades to his team. I wonder who he's going to give it to. Oh, Maokai uses ultimate here. Spell Shield, Hemel. Very cool. Black Shield. We love to see it.
It looks like they gave the first ornament out to Vi, so it's Christmas for Vi.
Christmas for Vi, indeed.
She's going to instantly go in on that Maokai. Send him to the gray screen. Back like the 20s and he's watching those silent films. He's not going to be doing anything. They're going to pick up everything. That's a triple kill for
Penta.
Penta angle. They're going for the
Terrence
tower
is
dive.
rooted.
Rooted Lee Sin. That's 4. That's 4. They're going to go on to the Aphelios now. Is Orin going to be able to make up this ground? I don't think he is.
Oh.
They're not able to make up the ground, but you know, consolation prize, the whole base, the entirety of the base.
Wait a second, UGD is just chasing the AD carry to try and get definitely this Penta kill. I don't think they're going to be able to find him. He has a lot of movement speed for someone who is so very immobile.
But it's
Hex Gates.
Hex Gates and
oh, he doesn't take it. Wait, definitely might have a chance.
But they also have Caitlyn ult's back up already, I think, or that either that or it wasn't used. Yep, there it is. And he's gone. Unofficial Penta. We count those. We count those.
Yeah, you know, we are totally not biased in any way, shape, or form, but we count those for the UTD AD carry, picking up that pentakill. Pentakill. Okay, I can't do the voice. Can you do it?
Pentakill.
Okay, there we go.
I can't do the voice.
It's alright. It's all good.
Well, you know, they don't get the whole base. You know, questionable play. Maybe the comms were going a little rambunctious. I think the game could have been over. You know, we could have been having a nice siesta. But, you know, it looks like they wanted the Penta. You know, I can't blame them. I do the same thing.
Yeah, so 11k goal lead. It's looking pretty doomed for the side of Farmingdale Rams here. The Dragon is up. UGD looks like they're posturing for it. I'm not sure this is a fight that Farmingdale Rams wants to take very specifically. Their AD carry is not on his 3-item power spike, so I think the move is to wait. This isn't even soul. Yeah, they're just going to give it here.
There's no reason for them to fight it. They're just going to farm up, try to get that extra item. It looks like he's probably looking for IE as the last or as the 3rd item here, just to, you know, try to be able to do something in a fight. But, you know, you're going into possibly Hextech Soul, Rapid Fire Cannon Caitlyn. That is a... Okay, man, what are we talking about here?
We don't even need the Rapid Fire.
The Gale Force, the style, I mean, that guy gets sent back to the gray screen. It's not even fun.
Flash ulti from the Vi. Ornhorn comes out. Yujong currently slays the Aphelios. Bosun has to flash away to stay alive, but I don't think he's staying alive anytime soon, folks. Yujong currently is taking some damage. Terrence wants going to find something. Russell grinds it on the other side of the screen. Going to try and take down the victory. He takes him down. Orn gets the kill. Terrence 1 is here. The soldiers from Shurima come up. Double kill for the AD carry on the side of UT Dallas, and they're going to run down this base.
They're going to end the game, and Vi is typing in all chat, don't take my Lee in next game.
That was an ego play. Wait, definitely.
They're vibing.
What are we doing?
They need to start dancing.
Oh, it's for the Fiora. It's for the Fiora. Oh, no, Fiora.
They killed the Fiora.
GG. Oh, Fiora tried to buy a Zanya's.
She bought GA and Zanya's.
Oh my god, what a try from the side of Demins, but he was not able to carry this game. Very well played from the side of UT Dallas, and honestly, pretty solid play from both teams. There was a point where, you know, I was considering, do I switch, like, the color that's behind me? Or do I, you know, support the Rams? Because they are from New York. New York's a cool place.
New York's a cool place. But Texas is hot.
Oh, yeah, Texas is hot. Casual 95-degree weather during the day. But that was game 1. This is a best-of-3 series, so stay tuned, folks. Post-game thoughts, I think what we predicted to happen with the help of rank 4 player Mahcks in the jungle, what we predicted to happen exactly happened, right? Caitlyn got this lead very early on into the game, and she was able to convert it, kind of get plates across the map, and then just kind of punish the bot lane from the side of FSC, which meant that...
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if you're able to play your bot lane weak side for the first part of the game, I mean, he didn't get a gank until I think probably 13 minutes. You know, they play that Caitlyn weak side. If you're able to play Caitlyn weak side and your Ornn, plays well, does his thing, goes up 4 kills to nothing.
Yeah.
And then bot lane's also somehow still up 2,000 gold.
Yeah. You know,
I think it's a good game plan.
it's a pretty good game plan. You know, just win.
Yeah, definitely go kill. It's a good.
Just
it's a good game plan.
definitely go kill him. Unfortunate that he did not see the penta kill words on the screen, but definitely did pick up an unofficial penta in our hearts. Penta for definitely in our hearts. In chat, please. RIP. But yeah, that's all good. We did the voice. I think we covered it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it, and I was like, wow, I'm playing League of Legends right now.
I'm playing League of Legends right now. So thank you very much for joining us for game 1. The teams are going to take a slight break. So are we. I need to drink some water. Stay hydrated, folks. But until next time, which will be in about 15, 10, 5. How many minutes?
Enough.
Enough. Okay. After enough amounts of time, we'll be back. We'll be bringing you game 2 of this banger of a series, UTD versus FSC. Gonna see if the boys in orange and black are gonna bring one more home, or they're going to take us to 3 games, and I'm going to have a very late dinner. Thank you for tuning in, and stay signed on. Call your grandma.
my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Wanna be lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pocket. Counting like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Hello, welcome back. It is time for game 2 in 3 minutes because we missed draft. We are totally doing a really great job here at the production studio. We're going to bring you the draft in just a second. Unfortunately, there was no trash talking in the chat. I'm sorry. I did indeed confirm that he is rank 2 instead of rank 3. He didn't want to brag, but that's all right.
Well, I was rank 3 when it started, but you know.
Oh, he was playing during the game. He was like using his feet. You just can't see it. Yeah. Okay, so jumping into the draft, UTD drafts Misfortune, Maokai, Azir, Seraphine, and Nasus, right? Nasus is going to be the top lane. Yoshi, our top laner, has been known to be a Nasus enjoyer. He enjoys the Nasus. Misfortune picked up one of the more broken champions on this patch. Looks like Seraphine support Azir mid. And then you have, on the other side of the draft, Gnar, Renata, Ashe, Hecarim, and Orianna. So really quick thoughts. What is like your impression as a rank 2 player of this draft?
Well, my impression is, you said it's Nasus top.
It is Nasus top. But?
What if it's Nasus support?
Oh my god, right. Hemel.
Nasus support goes into Ashe pretty well. Because it stops a lot of that, you know, when he gets his Frozen Heart or whatever the Warden's Mail, I think is what the item component is called.
Yeah.
That stops a lot of the Ashe damage, and it should be pretty good into those attack speed champs.
Wait, you're totally right. In which case, it would be Maokai jungle. Oh, it is Maokai jungle, regardless. But who would be top lane? Azir?
That's a great point.
Azir top lane, Misfortune
No,
bot
yeah,
lane.
I definitely think it's not NASA support, but it'd be really cool if it was.
It would be really cool if it was. Alice would be like absolutely like jumping for joy. It's all good. So looking at the drafts here, I think bot lane is winning for FSC. They do have this range advantage into the Misfortune. Misfortune's obviously like slightly overtuned right now, which is why might give it to UT Dallas, but it's still like kind of iffy. Mid matchup is kind of standard. Orianna versus Azir. Azir does outscale. Orianna's more useful in the mid game, so we're going to look to see this Orianna Hecarim make waves in the mid game, kind of invade this Maokai. Maokai is going to be the supportive tank. So we're really just going to be seeing all of the focus being put on this Azir, on this Misfortune to kind of carry this game through. Nasus is going to stack up in the side lane. He is going to, especially, by the way, Nasus got huge buffs on this patch. If you did not know, extended Q, auto range, increased movement speed slow, and attack speed slow, and then he's bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger and better.
He is he is bigger and better. Nasus grows with size as his ultimate goes up. Stream will be up in just a second, don't worry. But overall, I'm personally going to give the draft, obviously, to UTD. They have much better scaling. They have much better components against one of the main carries, which is Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
The one way... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I think if you look at FSC's comp, they're running sort of, I want to call like a meatball comp. I mean... you're going to have your Gnar Hecarim go in, and then, your Ashe is just going to be slinging people up, and they're going to be kind of moving as a unit. It doesn't really work if any of the pieces really fall out, where I think that Seraphine's a really good pick into that style of comp because she's really good at punishing that, tight group. Her R extends past like front to back, so front to back team fighting against Seraphine's kind of hard. Maybe they can try to get some cool Gnar angles in there, but it's a little bit difficult, and especially with the Azir being able to funnel people, that's a lot of CC. I'm just wondering, is there an angle where UTD kind of doesn't really get ahead bot or mid, and then there's not a whole lot of burst damage on UTD's side. There isn't on either side really, except maybe Rory ult.
I trolled. Maokai is jungle. It's Seraphine support. Never mind. I give bot lane over to UTD. They have better bot lane. They're gonna have push. Obviously, Seraphine's better at pushing these waves compared to Misfortune, compared to Renata. And what's gonna be? It's much better for the bot lane to kind of do their thing. So obviously bot side is going to go over to UTD. I think mid lane matchup is kind of standard. Orianna's going to have prio in these early levels. Top lane, Gnar's going to have prio until level 3, and then Yoshii's Nasus is going to bonk him over the head. It's going to be really funny to watch. Stay tuned for that. The game will be up in just a few seconds, but before we do head into the game, I want to remind you, bring your grandma, bring your friends. This is UTD Esports playing against FSC in this best of 3. We are up 1-0, which means if we get one more win, I can still make it to Halal Shack.
True, and I think, we have definitely.
So, we do.
This is kind of Champions Queue. Because it's a pro player and a bunch of college players.
Oh my god, you're right. It's like just Faker and like the 4 college players all over again.
It's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing. Wait, you're so smart.
So maybe we change the stream title to Champions Queue.
Yeah, can we get a Champions Queue? I'm kidding.
Regular season format Champions Queue.
Regular season format Champions Queue. We'll jump to the game in just a second. I do believe that Bibarel's not going to be with us tonight, so Hemel's going to continue subbing in as Seraphine. Hemel has been known to be a Seraphine enjoyer, so I will be looking at this for our team. But yeah, I'm thinking this Orianna Hecarim combo has to get ahead in the mid lane. Hecarim has to go this Trinity Force build. He's got to be the main carry of this team. And with how overtuned Hecarim is, I think we can expect as much from the horse.
Yep.
But if he doesn't get ahead, I fear for the lives of FSC.
He's going to be real fast.
Oh, he's a fast boy.
He's going to be real fast with that Orianna W on him, and he's just going to go in.
Renata W.
Yeah, he's going
Ghost.
He's going to be zooming. Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be taking the Ghost Smite build. But yeah, I mean, I'm worried for, Azir, like level 8, level 9. He's just going to see his horse coming out of the river, just like 800 movement speed. Got the Ori ball on him. He's going to be knocked around.
It's like very casual, 800 movement speed. 900 if you really want to stretch it. We do get into game here really quickly. UT Dallas versus Farmingdale Rams. I got confirmation on the ranks of all the players. It looks like all the players on Farmingdale Rams are going to be like, you know, D1 to Master Tier. So not the Plat 4 players we initially expected. They did send us the wrong OPGG, so we are going to make fun of them for that. As MV Froggy moves into the mid lane, Maokai jungle, top lane Yoshiwi with the fleet footwork, Narg doing the same thing. He's gonna go. Yoshiwi's gonna go Ghost for late game team fights. He's not gonna play for lane. Narg's gonna play for lane. Bosun gonna be on the Renata with Guardian. He is worried about these all-ins. MV Froggy, Airy, obviously to trade more in lane. Probably gonna run the Scorch as well. But yeah, here we see a little bit of a fight in the mid lane, maybe.
Yeah, but I think it's also good to point. There's identical sums in the bot lane, which means that we got no heal and no ignite this game. So if you look at the Divine Sunder champs, which we should probably have 3 here, that being Gnar, Hecarim, and Nasus, those guys are going to kind of be able to heal up quite a bit. So, you know, when you have Azir versus Ori, I think Azir does a little bit better into a comp that heals because he's able to actually pump out some more consistent damage than Ori is, where Ori has these like short little bursts of a decent amount of damage. So if you look at like the Divine Sunder angle, I think that, you know, UTD might be a little bit happy with their draft.
Yeah, I do believe... Okay, so here's a question, right, that Terrence 1 has to consider. Does he go for this Divine Sunder for the extra healing, or does he go for this Trinity Force, which is like a lot of extra damage? Because obviously he is the main carrier, right? And obviously if you have like a very strong mid laner, you would maybe consider the Divine Sunder or maybe even the Chem Tank Turbo Chem Tank. There we go. A jungler, by the way. Maybe you would consider that kind of like a supportive role, but also we do have to consider that he is going to be the main carry of this team. So I'm thinking actually a Trinity Force for Ghost popped.
Yeah, we already got a fight going. Level 1. I guess Nasus thinks he wins this. Let's see if he does. I don't know if he can pump out that damage. Yeah, I know. He's just gonna force him off. You know, the Ghost timer's not too long, so I think he's fine popping that, trading him out. You know, the Gnar is ranged. So I think if you're Nasus, you do have to look for that angle where you're able to get those extended trades. So that's, I think, a pretty good sum burnt there for Yoshiwi, just to buy him some time in that lane.
I'd have to agree. We look at the jungle path. Hukuri Lee did a very cool thing where he did Raptors into red and he aggroed the red by using an E. So his clear is a little bit slow onto Terrence here. He's going to catch up. Terrence is invading his blue side. Is going to be able to contest. Ballin has Prio for the side of Farmingdale Rams. Terrence does not have Smite. Hukuri does. Terrence is going up. The Ghost is popped by Terrence. Flash by Bosun. Handshake does not land. He's going to take away this blue, I think.
Yeah, he's going to take away the blue, but they're going to burn that sum on the bot lane. Oh, Hukuri's going to go, and he's going to smite the Grom to get enough health to get out. But it looks like they're just going to go their separate ways, you know. Go back to the lane, farm up. But yeah, I mean that's a buff advantage for Terrence. But wait, Hukuri's sticking around, seeing if he's gonna greed for this Gromp, and he does. And are we gonna see the UTD bot lane roam up to try to help? It looks like they're maybe engaged in a little skirmish themselves. They're just gonna let it go. We have Mr. Grussel Grindset coming in. He's gonna trade a little bit back and forth towards the Ori. It looks like they might have caught the Renata out, but they're not in a great spot here. But they believe that this roam from the Maokai is gonna be good enough.
Hamel has to flash away. Yujong Curly is very low. First blood goes over to the Hecarim. That's where you want the goal. My bad, I'm sorry, is very low. He gets to cleanse in order to cleanse out the Ashe slow. But that's really, really bad for the side of Hukuri Lee. He just got gapped in his own jungle, taking the camps away from him. He's going to have a slower clear. Hecarim's going to go back to base, pick up these boots. He's going to clear all of his camps. He's going to have like a 3-camp lead after this, basically. Yeah,
I mean, he's already up the 2, and you look at that back, he's already amassed a 600 gold lead, which is, you know, pretty crazy for 4 minutes into the game.
That's got to feel bad for the side of Hukuri. He did everything he could. He used his flash, he used everything, just did not work out. He's not even going to be able to get this scuttle as Terrence is here to stop him getting it. Hukuri's trying to run away, kind of use that phase rush, but Terrence has the staking power. They trade kind of evenly on the HP, but now Grussel Grindset's here. He moves before MV Froggy. Is Terrence going to be able to stay for this? But now it's a 2v2. The E is popped. Grussel Grindset's taken... smite.
Yeah, it gets taken, and then because he gets to smite it, he's just at so much more HP, and then Maokai is not going to opt into that fight. I mean, he popped the refillable to try to see if he could angle that fight, and, you know, if things go great there for UTD, they can get that, but, you know, it went as we expected. And, you know, if we look at the bot lane CS, I mean, everything's pretty even as far as CS goes, but you know, Ash started Cole. So Ash is pretty confident that they want to play this game a little bit longer and a little bit slower than they did last game. They don't want to get that early game deficit like they did.
Yeah, I'd have to agree here. And again, Gnar is just bullying Yoshiwi out of lane, and this is what we kind of expected from the Gnar Nasus matchup. But it feels really bad when you don't have teleport on Nasus, especially considering you're going to take a lot of HP.
Yeah, and I mean, not taking teleport also means that it's a little harder to make these like big map plays. Like we saw him teleport, or Yoshiwi teleport in behind last game on Ornn, and that play is just not possible on Nasus. So he's playing a little bit more for himself rather than the team. And I think that the way that UTD drafted for that is that they drafted a tank jungle. They take Hukiri off the engage. I mean, they take him off the Vi and put him onto the engage tank to try to maybe allow this stronger topside play, because they know, or they at least hope that definitely gets enough ahead that he can play weak side. So they're going to try to play really strong topside and maybe flex that part of their gameplay.
Yeah, and looking at the jungle CS lead, it's 20 camps over to the Hecarim. He's in Hukuri's jungle, 2 entire levels ahead on the Hecarim. He's going to be able to steal away the Gromp. This feels really, really bad for UTD. You wanted to shut this Hecarim down, but he's found such a huge lead that it's almost insurmountable at this point. Like, looking at the gold, just like the amount of gold that the UT Dallas jungler has versus the Hecarim has, it's just, there is a huge gap between them. And as we move into this mid game, when Hecarim does unlock his R, I worry for Grussel Grindset, who just uses teleport. If he does manage to die in the mid lane without his teleport, he's going to lose a lot of minions.
Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of minions, and then, I mean, we already see the first drags up, and it's Hex Tech, so we know we're not getting Hex Tech Soul, but that also means for the side of FSC, they don't have to go into another Azir with that slow, that extra amount of slow. I mean, his autos do, I think, slow a little bit already, or at least maybe one of the shuffles does.
I think it's Q.
His Q does a little bit of slow, but now they don't have to worry about just getting poked out from super far. So their meatball comp is going to survive a little bit longer. But yeah, I mean, this Hecarim's just living in here. You know, he's not even paying rent at this point.
Holy, he doesn't pay rent. He's going to find Hukuri Lee 1v1. He has to flash away. No, Hukuri Lee. This is not going well for the side over the UT Dallas jungler. Ball lane has a... Oh, wow, that's a pretty big lead. That's a pretty big lead. Wow.
Yeah. Weak side's working. The game
side's working. Stun up onto the Renata. The cleanse comes out to try and get some extra damage down, but I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, it is a lot, but it's just a little bit not enough. That Ash slow is just a little bit annoying for definitely there. I mean, that was a really good route by Hemel there, but I mean, just not enough to lock him down fully. But I mean, still, you're at a 20 gold lead. You almost killed him. Their sums are down. You know, it's not a bad position to be in. They're going to pop the ult to clear out the wave. They're really trying to get this push in. And we see a fight in topside. Diminz is really, really low, but he gets the Mega. And there's also a fight in the jungle.
Diminz is taking so low. The shield comes out for the Orianna. The cripple is onto him. Is he going to be able to survive? Yoshiwi gets out of his R. The jump away from Diminz means that he does indeed survive. He's now mini-form. Yoshiwi's healing up from the plant. Here comes Hukuri Lee. Here comes Terrence. Say 3v2. Where's Azir? Azir! Oh my god, Azir's on the bot side. They don't see him.
Azir's vibing. They're going to try to get this kill. Okay.
Oh.
They just get the kill.
Oh.
And that's a double kill for Deathly. You know, he gets traded back, but I mean, that's 600 gold for 300 gold. I'll take that trade. I'm not a math guy, though. And then we even still have Azir there to pick up, hopefully, the tower plating if they're going to go for it. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And Seraphine's going to try to let Azir get that solo plate gold. And then in the mid lane, Orianna's not even going to try to go for that plate. She's just going to reset and make the safe play. Diminz doesn't really know that Yoshiwi's in that bush.
Oh, Hukuri Lee is here. Oh, the root comes out. The Q comes out. Diminz is taking really low. Yoshiwi pops the ghost. He doesn't have the Q reset in time. Oh, no. Here comes Terrence. The ulti's going to come out. He's going to wipe the board. He misses. Oh, no. That's a bad look. Ultimate comes out onto Hukuri Lee. He uses it. Not going to matter much. He's going to save the life of his top laner, but that doesn't look very good, does it?
Doesn't look great, but I mean, what a nice guy. You know, he takes one for the team, you know, making sure that Yoshiwi can get out. Hopefully this strong side top is able to actually do something, but strong side top's down 900 gold.
That's not going to look... I mean, okay. Oh.
Ooh, good flash.
Good flash. This is why EG had him as his AD carry. He could flash Ash Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I cannot do, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
you know, on the top side, we see some good plating up for Gnar. He's already up 900 gold. This is just insult to injury, and I mean, we know it's arranged into melee matchup, so it's not going to look great for Nasus. But 900 gold's like a lot, and I think Gnar is a. You correct me if I'm wrong. Gnar's a champ that is, you know, you expect to kind of mostly go even in lanes early. If that's
Oh no, he's a
lane.
lane bully.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, Nar's one of those lane bullies. Oh wait, Yoshiwi. He gets engaged on the R.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
it was
pops
a
the ult.
bait. It was a bait. Yoshiwi's gonna run him down. The stun comes out. Is it enough damage? Bonk.
Yeah, the minions just aren't enough to really whittle down Yoshiwi there. I mean, I saw him walking away. I was like, this dude's got his ultimate up. He's ready to go.
Really well played by Yoshiwi there. Gonna pick up that kill. Feels very nice. I think that's enough money for him for Divine Sunder. And oh my god, you were right. Nar's going Divine Sunder. I don't like that decision personally.
Wait, you don't like Gnar Divine Sunder? Is that not typical?
Well, I think Trinity Force offers a lot more for him in games, right? Because, well, okay, in this particular game, maybe against like Maokai Nasus, it's nice, but generally, I think Trinity Force just offers so much more damage output that you would just, you know, always prefer it. Obviously, in this case, Demins thinks that he can do better with the Divine Sunder, and he is a Master Tier player. I am not, so who am I to judge? The ultimate comes out, the cleanse is there, my Bad I'm Sorry is surviving, Unstoppable comes out, the Seraphine ult misses, no it doesn't, cleanse comes out, shutdown onto the Hecarim. Hemel's here, that's dragging this lane, Grussel grinds it, gonna Shurima shuffle them away. The Root comes out from Bowen in order to pick up the Hemel kill. Grussel grinds is gonna do some damage. Stopwatch, League of Stopwatch, Orianna ult finds two. McCreely's gonna pick up one. Terrence is going to run them down. Oh, that is bad. That is a 4-for-1.
Yeah, that's a 4-for-1 for the side of Farmingdale Rams. They're a little bit happy with that. You know, they didn't pick up the drag that goes over to UTD, but I mean, even still, it's an 11-minute drag that gives, you know, Farmingdale has plenty of time to scale up in this game, and they get those 4 kills. I mean, they're, you know, it's like, oh, I wish we could have gotten the drag, but at the end of the day, you know, the super big advantage towards them, especially a bunch of that gold's on Hecarim, and he just finished his mythic and boots, and he's already stacking up that tier. And we were talking about, you know, maybe him going Trinity Force versus Divine Sunder, but you mentioned Turbo Chem Tank. That's what he's going, Turbo Chem Tank.
Oh, Yoshiwi's going to find the 1v1 against Demins. Terrence is here to cover. Demins is going to take really low. He doesn't have Mega. Slain by Yoshiwi. He's going to be very close. Terrence's armor, no armor, and Nasus E is a very cool ability. He's just going to run Terrence down. The Renata W is not enough to save him.
Kiri Lee gets the shutdown, yoinks it away from Nasus's hands. Unfortunate. That being said, he's back.
He's
Maokai's
back. Maokai's back.
And they're looking to pick up this Herald and maybe try to make a play, maybe scale him up just a little bit. Okay, I thought he was kiting away to leave, but he was just getting it further towards mid. Maybe he's thinking about dropping it mid. Maybe they just want to do it in vision, but we have a fight going on bot lane.
Oh my god, Ashe ultimate does connect. Misfortune does not have ultimate or the flash. They're caught out here. Bozen's going to find Hemel. My bad, I'm sorry, going to walk away. Definitely is going to be... He's going to stay alive, hopefully. Ashe picks up that kill. There's no assist on the Orianna, which means the TP is kind of wasted, maybe? Well, no, they did pick up Hemel, so it's not completely wasted. Grussel guys are going to pick up the...
Yeah, I think they don't back up there unless the TP comes out. I mean, they sort of run away because they see the TP. I think if it's a 2v2, definitely would stay and fight, and then it's a lot better. But looks like Yoshiwi's going to get collapsed on by this huge Hecarim, and they give over the shutdown to the Gnar. So that guy's you know, feeling good too. He's going to get some extra time with plates. We got like 20 seconds left on plates. Maybe he can get that full first tower with plating, which would be crazy good. But even look, in the top lane, both top laners took 4 plates.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gold in the top lane. If we could look at the gold graph here, yeah, it looks like... okay, so Gnar will pick up that last plate, and he will pick up that last tower, which will put him in a very comfortable 1k gold lead. But yeah, Nasus has done a fairly decent job, I think, other than, like, you know, dying to a few ganks. Oh, dying to 1 gank. My bad. I can't count. I'm not a math guy either, if you couldn't tell. All good. Orianna is going to TP into the mid lane. She's gonna... Oh, no, wait, she TP bot.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Oh my god.
Maybe she got some good timing with like the 14-minute thing where you get unleashed teleport, but I'm not sure how that exactly works. I remember when it first came out, there was one time where I TP'd and then it ticked over to 14 and my cooldown was like 2 or 3 minutes, and I was like, all right, cool, I got a free extra teleport pretty much.
Oh yeah, I do remember. What's that guy's name who does all the buffs? It's like a V something.
Who does all the buffs?
Oh, sorry, all the like the bugs.
Oh, Vandrel.
Vandrel, yeah, Vandrel did a video on that. I watched it, and as a top lane main, I was like, this is outrageous. I should abuse it. Yeah, so the dragon is not up for another 1 minute 30. Yushii's going to get some alone time with his tower, hopefully pick it up. It looks like he will. Oh, Terrence has found Hukuri Lee. The Ash Arrow goes wild. American Sniper not this game. All good. Terrence is going to get some movement speed off of that scuttle. It doesn't... Oh, sorry. Yeah, Terrence is going to get some... He's going to take their blue. He's invading pretty deep here.
Yeah, he's looking to, you know, keep this advantage. He's still up 26 CS, which is quite a bit. I mean, you know, he's farming at 6.6. Oh my gosh, wait.
Shurima shuffle, Demons over the wall, stun. Terrence.
He tries his best, but Terrence is a menace to society. He's just diving in and doing an absurd amount of damage incredibly quickly, and he gets out just as fast. But, you know, UT Dallas is going to pick up that mid turret again, which is hopefully going to unlock something. The Maokai slow onto Terrence, but looks like it doesn't matter. He's going to ult in. Kukiri Lee pops the Maokai ult back in. Seraphine goes berserk. Oh my gosh, the ult got canceled. The MF ult got canceled, and Maokai's just going to go back down, and that's another great play for them, or for Farmingdale. They pick up another 2, and they're going to get this mid turret back. So, I mean, that Herald, you know, they got mid turret, and then they give him mid turret. And now, I mean, definitely he's just kind of watching. He doesn't have his ult to clear the wave super fast, but it looks like it's not going to be that much of a wave at all. They luckily didn't get a huge stack.
We'll pick up Dragon here. Cloud Dragon.
Yep, they're gonna pick up the Cloud Dragon. Can't wait to see what soul it is. What are you betting on? 33% chance.
Infernal.
Let's see.
Oh my God, I was right! Woo! I should go to Vegas.
Yeah, you should definitely go to Vegas.
I should go to Vegas. But looking at the game state here, it is a 3k gold lead, very comfortable for Farmingdale Rams. A lot of the gold is on the mid lane and in the jungle, so it's kind of exactly where you want it to be. Hot and Gay on the Ashe is very much like in a little bit of deficit, even though he has picked up those kills. Looks like My Bad I'm Sorry was able to pick up some tower plates for himself, get himself ahead. Definitely doing a pretty decent job of farming up. But yeah, a lot of this gold is on the Hecarim and on the Orianna, which is the combo that we talked about in the early game, right? This is the combo that you need to be ahead in order to win this game, and they're playing to their win conditions quite well, I must say.
Yeah, I mean that it's a kind of a handshake lane mid, I think. You know, Orianna's kind of looking to just, I guess, not die. I mean, she has a little bit stronger level 3, I think, but she's kind of looking to get into this mid game and be able to actually pump out that burst damage. I mean, she kind of needs Ludens and one other item to really do some crazy damage in fights, but I mean, she got to it, and now she's 202. She managed to not die, and she's finally being rewarded for that. I mean, she's got the 6-stack Dark Seal, looking to really make some waves here.
As opposed to the 0-stack Zarseal that we saw last game.
And that we're currently seeing on Grosso Grindset.
Oh!
It's a little bit tough.
Oh no, it's a little bit tough for Grussel Grindset here in the mid lane. He's also going to pick up the Ludens. Kind of matching build for build here. I wonder what Grussel Grindset's next item is going to be. Yoshii's going to work towards the Gargoyle Stone Plate second on the Nasus. Oh, sorry, that's Yoshii. Did I say Yoshii? I think I said Yoshii. I said Yoshii, guys.
Yeah, and Maokai here is probably looking like he's trying to pick up Thorn. No, it's Warden's Mail. Okay, yeah, so he's going for the Warden's Mail to try to stop that Ashe from getting a lot of that damage in. I mean, it also affects, I know he's not going Trinity Force, but it affects Hecarim a little bit, and even Gnar. But yeah, I mean, he's trying to get in there and stop everything and just let his team be able to pump in the damage instead of getting meatballed.
Yeah, and we see Nasus, we see the entirety of UT Dallas rotating up towards the top side as a Rift Herald, second Rift Herald does spawn. It looks like Farmingdale Rams is going to do the same thing. There is no dragon on the map, so they're going to rotate up. Grussel Grindset is going to be in the bot side, going to form out a wave and hopefully TP if he needs to, but I don't think this is a fight that UT Dallas wants to take at this moment, especially considering Nasus does not have his second item. But we'll see how it does end up going. My Bad I'm Sorry, going to get this mid-prio, which means that they should be able to move. Terrence has found Yoshii. There is a fight in the top lane. Yoshii's going to cripple him. He's going to take a quarter of Terrence's HP bar and just heal.
Yeah, they're just going to walk away. And I'd like to point out, if we look at the gold difference, it's right about the same amount of money as just 6 kills. It's around 1,800. I mean, even they got First Blood, so it's 1,900. It should be. So, yeah, I mean, UTD's in a pretty decent spot here. I mean, the gold difference is about 2k, and they're going to lose this Herald. But, you know, they're only down the amount of kills in gold, which means that they're somehow finding ways to stay even. Like we were talking about that farm advantage, which is now 40 in the jungle. So they're not losing that much off of that farm disadvantage.
Wait a second, Hot and Gay gonna have to flash away.
That's 2 ults, 1 flash. He manages to escape that Maokai ult and the Seraphine ult.
And a cleanse.
Oh yeah, I mean he cleansed too. True. That's how he's able to flash.
1v3 Yoshui is going to be able to find it. He does ult up. Demins is taking really low. Demins might get Mega in time, but Yoshui is going to cripple the Terrence. He's going to run away, kind of kite it out. He's using the Divine Sunder really, really well. If he puts it on the Gnar, he gets huge amounts of healing. He's doing exactly that. Demins, they're going to have to walk away from this Nasus. Oh my god, flash in, the handshake out. Demins is taking really low. The stun's not going to land. My bad, I'm sorry. He's here now. Going to stack up the lethal tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to use a cleanse early, but the Berserk goes onto Yoshui. Bose is taking really low. Ultimate in by the Hecarim. He's going to pop. Yoshui Slane's turns once. Almost found out by the Misfortune. The Misfortune is going to 1v2 in the top side. Orion's going to pick up that kill. Nasus is now caught between... He's not caught. Oh, wait. Did they get caught by Nasus? They caught by Nasus. The cripple goes on to the Ashe. He's taken...
Yeah, that was a little tragic. He was like, you're not caught here, or I'm not caught here with you. You're caught here with me. But he actually was caught there with them.
Yeah, I think that was like a slight... This is like Yoshui's...
Now he was feeling himself.
He was feeling himself. But this is the darkest timeline. Unfortunately, Yoshui does end up dying. R.I.P. Yoshui.
Yeah, I think it's part of the training arc here for Yoshui. He's got this Gargoyle Snowplate, but how has this man managed to catch up in gold to Gnar? Gnar got the whole first tower before plates, and they're dead even in gold. Like, dead even.
Dead even indeed. Oh, and he's going to pick up the second armor item. Going to work towards these, I assume, the Frozen Heart. They're just really trying to make sure Ashe cannot play the game, and she is one of the Fed members. Baron is starting up. It's 5k, 4k. They're going to 3k. They're flipping it. The Ashe Hour comes out. The handshake means that Hukuri can't get into the pit.
Yeah,
wow.
Hukuri forced out. That was a really good play. I mean, they knew that the timings on Maokai, and I guess, I mean, that was a pretty late death from Yoshiwi there, so they knew that they didn't really have the UTD didn't really have the team fight in them. So now they're going to make their way towards Dragon, try to get something, but you know, Farmingdale's okay with that. They're just going to push mid. You know, they still somehow manage to have this Herald. So they're going to get a lot off of this. You know, one drag goal lead for maybe Inhibitor. At least Inhibitor turret.
I think it is Inhibitor. Nasus is going to rotate over. I don't think they can 5v5. They don't have Maokai ulti. They have Hemel, and they have My Bad I'm Sorry's ultimate. Maybe they will look for the fight here. Yoshui does not have Ghost, which means he loses a lot of power. Herald is just going to make sure that they can knock down 2 towers mid, and I'm not sure that's worth for UT Dallas. What are we doing here? 4k goal lead over to Farmingdale Rams. They're playing really, really well. Hecarim is on his 2-item spike, so is Gnar. Everyone's starting to hit that power point where they're really, really good at this game. Clearly, unfortunately, Ashe does not have this Blade of the Rune King yet. I think she's going to pick it up very soon. Misfortune does have the BT, very nice. I like that healing item slightly better on Misfortune than the Blade of the Rune King. Yeah, and the game kind of stabilizes here for a second.
Yeah, and if we look at our top laner here, Nasus, he's got this fully stacked up tier just waiting to get transformed into oh man, whatever the
Fimbulwinter.
Fimbulwinter, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, if we look at MF, she went Bloodthirster second, and I'm not sure what the current MF build is, but I'm gonna trust definitely on this one. I'm gonna be wanting to get that IE because once he hits that 60% crit, he's going to be a whole different type of monster.
Oh my god, yes he will be. He will be a ruined monster because that is the ruined Misfortune skin. See how I made a pun there?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay. That's all good. I did not just get roasted by my caster. It is fine, guys. Demins is going to wait in the bush here. Yoshui sees the Orianna. Maybe he thinks that something's up. The Ghost is up. The ultimate is up. Demins is just sitting in this brush here. He's not falling for it. Yoshui's too smart. Yoshui, big brain Nasus player, gonna sit there and scale.
Yeah,
all
he knows
good.
he doesn't have vision of that tri-bush, so he's just gonna play back a little bit. And you know, there's no reason not to freeze here. You know, you're fine stacking up here if you're Nasus. I mean, especially going into Baron minions, he won't be able to clear it out easily anyway, and he definitely doesn't want to fight in there. UTD trying to make something happen top, but I think they give up a a bit. Yoshui just gonna try to force him off and see if he can kill some minions while they're not Baroned up. They don't got that purple coat on.
They don't have the drip. Oh, now they have the drip. Okay, unfortunate. They pit stop Iguchi. Yeah, so we have gold lead still sitting comfortably at 4k. The Baron power play is being used in order to get some more gold. The top lane tower is going really low. Oh, okay, so Gnar transforms into Mega Gnar. So that's going to be on cooldown. Terrence is going to take some camps away from Hukuri, but he's been doing that all game. Why are we even shoutcasting that? He's doing this for the umpteenth time, 2 levels up. But there's level leads all across the board for the side of Farmingdale Rams, right? For the jungle and for the mid lane. There are some pretty significant leads. Terrence one going to take a little bit of poke, not a huge deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 70 CS lead for the Hecarim. That's crazy, dog.
That is really crazy.
That's a lot of farm, and that's 3,000 gold worth of farm. Or
Oh.
2.8k.
Wait, it's really cool how Definitely also has the same amount of farm differential, but he doesn't have as much of a lead just because Ashe has been getting these kills. So there is like a lot of the gold canyon that's between these two teams is on the Hecarim versus the Maokai. Luckily enough though, Maokai is not a carry champion. He doesn't need a lot of items to be useful. Just two will be fine. So he'll pick up that Frozen Heart and he'll be, he'll do his job, right?
Yeah, and he's pretty. Yeah, there it goes. There's the completed Frozen Heart on Maokai. So he's gonna start to be able to punish this Ashe a little bit for breathing. And we can see that they're finally starting to pick up some anti-heal items as the Renata gets the Chemtech Putrefier, and that's gonna do a lot to eliminating the threat of Nasus, or at least mitigating it to some extent. And
same for Hemel and Misfortune, by the way. Hemel opts in for the Moonstone Renewer, as well as a BT on Misfortune. I think that's quite an intelligent play by Bowen. But the problem is he does have to use his E defensively to get that shield on everyone so that the shield is used. It's not going to be used as an engage tool. We'll see how that ends up playing out. The Dragon is coming up here. Demins is in the pit. He's going to clear out a few control wards. Uninterrupted. I don't think UT Dallas feels very comfortable charging him. Chemtech is used by Hukuri Lee. That's a cooldown that's not going to be up for... it will be up for Dragon, I think. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, Dragon's coming up in 40 seconds, and teams are just, posturing up, trying to get those vision lines. Terrence is just a speed demon trying to figure out what's going on, trying to scan out some wards, but, UTD doesn't have a whole lot of wards up. I mean, unfortunately, the Seraphim's only got one. Wait, they're going to pop the Maokai ult.
Okay, the Seraphim empowered.
Okay, they pop the cleanse. Hukiri Lee goes in. She's just going to flash out, and they're going to back off. But that's very important.
Oh, okay. The re-engage. Hemel is so dead. Terrence 1 finds 3 people. The fleeing onto everyone. Grussel Grindson going to try and knock him away. Going to go onto the Ashe. It's a disaster. He has to pop the Zhonya's. Terrence is so low, but it doesn't even matter. Orianna going to pick up the Azir. Misfortune going to find 1 kill, but it's not enough. They're going to pick up the Dragon priority. They're going to find the Nasus. He is not a god warrior. He is a dead warrior. He's going to pop the gargoyles. Are they going to find him? Demins is crippled. The Q lands.
He's fast. He can cripple him. And
oh my god, definitely?
Yeah, definitely just says, all right, I'll just take your mid tower and maybe even the inhib tower. Okay, they pop the teleport. The Maokai goes down. The slow goes down onto the Ashe. Ashe doesn't have flash or cleanse. So that's a one for one. He flashes the Orianna ult. And he almost picks up the second kill out there on the Ori. Unfortunately, he does not get the last little bit of damage.
That is slightly unfortunate, but also he does manage to get a huge shutdown on the Ashe. So he finished off the Lord's Dominance regards. He's not going to go for the IE second. Fairly intelligent decision, I would say, just with how much HP is on the side of Farmingdale Rams, but he is losing a lot of damage on the Ashe, on the Orianna, and the Renata, right? So we'll see how it ends up playing out. I think he will mostly be hitting this Gnar and this Hecarim, so very intelligent, very good decision by My Bad I'm Sorry, otherwise known as UTD, definitely. Okay, so looking at the game, right, we have a 5k goal lead over to the side of Farmingdale Rams. Hemel spotted up on the top side. If Observer could hover Nasus, let's take a look at how many stacks this man has, right? This is the whole point of this character. 675 stacks.
Yeah, it's a little bit over the 20 a minute that he's trying to get. It's just a slight bit over.
It is a slight bit over. You know,
he's a little bit strong.
Slightly, just a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean the 678 stacks is you're gonna feel that. The Ashe is going to feel it. I mean, she can have flash, she can have cleanse, but there's a lot of stuff to cleanse, and I don't think she's gonna pry out the cleanse on the cripple.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, we've all seen those like Chinese TikToks where it's like, ADC 2022 laughing face emoji, and then Ashe is just like kiting to oblivion, and then like one shots by the Nasus who's going lethality, and then it's like, like the smiley face emoji. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen 1 or 2 of those very real and not at all staged TikToks. But if we look at the game state for a second, Baron's up, and Farmingdale's really trying to get some priority in this jungle. They're just really trying to encapsulate. And Yoshiwi's gonna get collapsed on. He pops the ult. He has the Gargoyle Stone Plate still. Is he gonna try to get out? He still has flash too. He's gonna try to turn it. He's gonna try to get as much damage as possible. He used a minion. Dude, he's just a stack guy. He's going for stacks only.
He's going to cripple the Gnar. Gnar's about to get Mega. Oh, but Gnar doesn't get Mega in time, and he doesn't get the health back, so he's just going to die. The Renata W doesn't do anything. Yoshi
Wait a second, is it another Penta for EG Deathly? Quadra kill onto the Renata. Are they going to find Penta? Hemel tries to speed him up. The flash from Yoshiwi to cripple MV Froggy. Is it going to happen? Please let it happen. My bad, I'm sorry, taking 75% of his HP. Yoshiwi's just going to find the kill.
Yoshiwi's going to take it for himself, give that extra 700 gold in the pocket. They're going to take Baron. You know, I'm starting to think, you know, Deathly's really good. I really want to see a pentakill, man. I really wanted to see it. I was ready to scream at the top of my lungs, but they're just gonna have to settle for Baron. You know, they're gonna have to settle for, you know, closing that gold deficit. They're gonna have to settle for maybe mid inhib tower. You know, it's I wanted a penta, man.
I wanted a penta. It's okay. We all settle for things in life, and looks like My Bad I'm Sorry, otherwise known as UTD, definitely is going to settle. Yoshiwi picked up 1K though. That's a lot of money for the God Warrior. That is Nessus.
A lot of money for a guy who is already 1v3ing and doing a pretty dang good job at it.
I'm pretty sure he would have killed. Off screen, we did see MV Froggy pick up a kill onto Russell Grindset, finding that, I think, solo kill while we were watching the fight on the top side. So he's feeling pretty good about that, but he loses a lot of Darksteel stacks, picks up that Rabadons, has a lot of AP. He has a lot more AP compared to Russell Grindset, so I'm interested to see how this Orianna is going to scale into the Azir, especially with that 1-level goal lead.
She's a monster. I mean, you saw the damage that they put that Ori put out on a Deathly. I mean, that was kind of crazy. I mean, it's 613 to 043. I mean, I think Azir's keeping the Darksteel is a little wishful thinking, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to agree here. And so Baron is coming up in 1 minute 20. Both teams are trying to set up some vision on the Baron. Definitely has 4 items. He's sitting on the IE. He is a monster right now, dealing huge amounts of damage. So we'll see if Farmingdale Rams want to go for it. Turbo Chemtank onto Hemel. He's fleet away. There's a huge Renata ult onto 3 people. Definitely tries to ult 3 members. He finds so many kills. The Mins is going to Renata, but he's not going to be enough. He is unstoppable. Hash is knocked into the backline. Double kill for Deathly. MV Froggy is not able to one-tap him. Triple kill for the Misfortune. Grussel Grind's going to pick up 1 kill on the side. Going to deny the Penta away from Deathly, but that's all fine and good. Terrence is going to have to go back to farming minions. This is why I don't like Turbo Chemtank.
Because he just gets to walk away.
Well,
back, resume his regularly scheduled programming.
Regularly scheduled program, indeed. It looks like they're going to go for the base here. There's not much Hecarim can do. Yujung Hakuri Lee, very low, but I don't think in the amount too much. It's only a little bit of gold over. Yoshiwi's going to take some damage onto the tower. He's just knocking them down. Is he even going to die? Hakuri, my legend! God Warrior goes down. He's just tearing down this Nasus. The horse can't run away. 4 legs don't matter when you've got 2 large ones. The Nexus is going to fall. Hakuri's going to ult for fun. GG, well played. Bozen has left the game. Victory for UT Dallas. 2-0 in the series versus Farmingdale Rams.
Yeah, 2-0. Those guys were down. UTD was in the dumps, really fighting their way back, you know, fighting their demons. You know, he was down 80 CS at one point in the jungle. You know, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
for my boy Hakuri.
Doesn't matter for my boy Hakuri on the Maokai. Really played an excellent game into this Hecarim. It was a rough early game. We did see Hecarim get a lot of kills early. There was a slight bit of terror in my voice. I don't know if you could hear it. I definitely could. But the team managed to pull it back. Yoshiwi with the 1v9 Nasus performance, 1v3 in top lane, at least 3 occasions? Was that 3 occasions?
Yeah, and I didn't want to caster curse it, but, you know, in my head I'm thinking, heck, Ori does not scale.
It does not.
It does not scale. And, you know, I didn't want to say that, and then UTD gets climbed, and then we run it back, and I'm like, afraid to say anything anymore. But, yeah, they don't scale, man. Those guys do not scale, and it showed. I mean, NASA scaled into oblivion. He was 1v3ing that guy at one point.
It was amazing. NASA's really showing what he can do, especially with those buffs on this patch. He looked really, really good. So expecting to see a lot more top lane Nasus out of Yoshiwi in the coming few weeks if Ornn does get banned out. But yeah, that is the end of our second game. Obviously, there were 3 instances where definitely could have gotten a penta. He didn't get a penta on either of them. So pour one out for our boy, definitely. Unfortunate that he doesn't pick up the penta. He picked up the penta in our hearts, though.
He picked up the penta in our hearts, but man, isn't it so like privileged to be like, oh, he didn't get a penta on the 3 times he could have gotten a penta.
It is so privileged. We are glad to have him here at UT Dallas, and we are glad to have an excellent, strong League of Legends team so that we can bring you quality content every single week. And we're glad that you were able to tune in for this. Tell your grandma she can go back to bed. Unfortunately for the 2 of us, And unfortunately for you, maybe, this will be the end of our stream. UT Dallas picks up the 2-0 against the Farmingdale Rams.
Yep.
Which is a state which is, New York versus Texas. Texas is better. Texas is hot, as Max has said on the broadcast earlier.
Yeah, hot and gay got hot and killed.
Oh, no, true, actually. I did. Wow. Amazing, actually. Wait, I didn't even think of that. I should have said that. Oh my god. He's taking it away from me. Anyway, that'll be it for our stream today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more games, more bangers of games. Hopefully we'll see Barrel back onto the support role. Hemo didn't play bad, but we would love to see Barrel back on this, on his signature picks. Until next time, though, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Bones.
I'm Max.
And have an excellent rest of your night.